As time goes by, captured hearts around the world with its gentle humor, timeless romance, and unforgettable characters. But what became of the beloved cast after the cameras stopped rolling? From icons like Judi Dench and Geoffrey to memorable guest stars with just a few minutes of screen time. Each actor has their own unique story. Some continued to shine on stage and screen, others quietly stepped out of the spotlight, and a few left us far too soon. Join us as we revisit the stars of this beloved British sitcom, Then and Now, and celebrate the lives behind the roles we came to cherish. Judi Dench portrayed Jean Hardcastle in As Time Goes By, 1992 to 2005, beginning the role when she was 57 years old. Jean is an elegant, witty, and self-assured woman who runs a successful secretarial agency in London. When she reconnects with her former flame, Lionel Hardcastle, after nearly 4 decades apart, their charmingly awkward reunion blossoms into a mature and heartfelt romance. Jean brings both stability and gentle humor to Lionel's often gruff demeanor, and their evolving relationship becomes the emotional core of the series. With her sharp mind, maternal warmth, and subtle strength, Jean is portrayed as a woman who balances love, work, and family with grace. Judi Dench infused the role with warmth, intelligence, and perfect comedic timing, endearing Jean to audiences for over a decade. In real life, Dame Judi Dench is one of Britain's most decorated actresses, known for her roles in theater and film, including as M in the James Bond series. Born on December 9, 1934, she is still alive as of 2025 and is currently 90 years old. Despite being diagnosed with age-related macular degeneration, she continues to act and remains an icon of British performing arts. Geoffrey portrayed Lionel Hardcastle in As Time Goes By, 1992 to 2005, starting the role at the age of 65. Lionel is a gruff, dryly humorous, and emotionally reserved retired Army officer turned writer who reconnects with Jean after decades apart. His sarcastic wit and understated affection form the perfect counterpart to Jean's warmth and pragmatism. Lionel's awkwardness in expressing emotions becomes one of the show's most enduring comedic and heartfelt traits, and Geoffrey played the role with impeccable deadpan delivery and subtle vulnerability. The character's quiet devotion, particularly in later episodes, gave depth to what could have been just a grumpy persona. In real life, Palmer had a distinguished acting career, known for roles in Butterflies, The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin, and films such as Mrs. Brown and Tomorrow Never Dies. He was born on June 4, 1927, and passed away on November 5, 2020, at the age of 93. His death was due to natural causes. He left behind a legacy as one of Britain's most consistently excellent character actors. Philip Bretherton portrayed Alistair Deacon in As Time Goes By, 1992 to 2005, beginning the role at age 37. Alistair is Lionel Hardcastle's exuberant and flamboyant book publisher, known for his over-the-top personality, flashy wardrobe, and trademark catchphrase, "Hey, hey!" Though initially a bit of a caricature of a fast-talking executive, Alistair reveals surprising emotional depth over the course of the series. He eventually falls for Judith, Jean's daughter, and their evolving relationship adds a fresh, youthful dynamic to the show's otherwise mature tone. Alistair's charm, unshakable optimism, and occasional cluelessness make him both lovable and comically frustrating. Philip Bretherton brought a high-energy, magnetic presence to the role, balancing comedy with sincerity. Outside the show, Bretherton has appeared in a range of British television productions, including Coronation Street, Doctors, and Casualty. He was born on May 30, 1955, and as of 2025, he is still alive at the age of 70. While he has continued to act periodically, he keeps a relatively private life and is best remembered for his lively portrayal of Alistair. Moira Brooker portrayed Judith Hansen in As Time Goes By, 1992 to 2005, joining the cast at around 35 years old. Judith is Jean's adult daughter, a vibrant, romantically impulsive woman who initially struggles with her career path and personal relationships. Working alongside her mother in the secretarial agency, Judith often finds herself caught between generations, balancing modern sensibilities with traditional expectations. Her evolving relationship with Alistair Deacon, Lionel's flamboyant publisher, provides comic relief and touching moments throughout the series. Judith's energetic and open-hearted personality is often contrasted with her mother's composure, yet their bond remains strong. Moira Brooker brought charm and emotional depth to the role, making Judith a lovable and relatable character for younger audiences. In real life, Brooker was born in 1957 and began her acting career in British theatre and television. As of 2025, she is still alive and is currently 68 years old. After the series ended, she stepped back from the spotlight, maintaining a low profile and making only occasional public appearances related to the show. Janet Henfrey portrayed Mrs. Bale in As Time Goes By from 1993 to 2005, joining the series at age 58. Mrs. Bale is the eccentric but highly competent housekeeper at the country home of Lionel's father, Rocky. She's best known for her deadpan delivery, encyclopedic knowledge of the shipping forecast, and precise routine of tea and toast. Though she often appears emotionally reserved, Mrs. Bale's loyalty and quiet fondness for the Hardcastle family shine through in subtle ways. Her character became a fan favorite thanks to her quirks and unexpected wit. Janet Henfrey delivered the role with perfect comedic timing and understated charm. In real life, Janet Henfrey was born on August 16, 1935, and has had a long and varied career in British television and stage, including appearances in Doctor Who, The Singing Detective, and Wolf Hall. As of 2025, she is still alive and is currently 89 years old. Though she has slowed down in recent years, she remains a respected figure in British acting circles and occasionally appears in interviews and retrospectives. Jenny Funnell portrayed Sandy in As Time Goes By, 1992 to 2005, starting the role at the age of 29. Sandy is Jean's loyal secretary and flatmate to Judith. Bright, efficient, and warm-hearted, Sandy serves as a grounding presence in the series. Often the voice of reason and subtle sarcasm, she supports both Jean's agency and the family's personal chaos with quiet competence. Over the course of the show, Sandy's character grows in confidence and romance, eventually marrying Harry, a police officer, in the later seasons. Her gentle humor and friendship with Judith added a relatable and down-to-earth energy to the cast. Jenny Funnell played Sandy with natural charm and likability, giving her character a quiet strength that resonated with audiences. In real life, Jenny Funnell was born on May 20, 1963, and as of 2025, she is still alive and currently 62 years old. She has continued acting in both stage and screen roles, including voice work and appearances in series such as Doctors and Holby City, while also remaining connected to the legacy of As Time Goes By. Paul Chapman portrayed Stephen in As Time Goes By, 1993 to 2005, taking on the role around the age of 54. Stephen is Penny's long-suffering husband, often caught in his wife's whirlwind of dramatic opinions and social overreactions. Quiet, mild-mannered, and often awkwardly resigned, Stephen provides dry commentary and exasperated facial expressions that frequently steal scenes. He has a fondness for wine and often looks like he's just barely surviving another one of Penny's emotional tirades. Paul Chapman portrayed Stephen with understated brilliance, offering a subtle yet hilarious contrast to the more overt characters around him. His presence brought depth to the show's extended ensemble, showing that comedy could lie just as much in stillness as in noise. In real life, Chapman was born in 1939 and is still alive as of 2025, currently 86 years old. A veteran of British stage and screen, he has appeared in Colditz, Midsummer Murders, and Doctors, continuing a steady but modest career long after the series ended. Frank Middlemass portrayed Rocky Hardcastle in As Time Goes By, 1993 to 2004, joining the series at the age of 74. Rocky is Lionel Hardcastle's spirited and unconventional father. A retired military man with a love of life, Rocky enjoys the countryside, motorcycles, and the company of his much younger second wife, Madge. Despite his age, Rocky is full of energy and mischief, often challenging his son's more reserved and pessimistic outlook. He represents a generation that embraces life with enthusiasm, and his love for Lionel is evident beneath the teasing. Frank Middlemass gave the character warmth, charm, and a twinkle-in-the-eye defiance that made Rocky an audience favorite. In real life, Middlemass had a long career in British television and stage, including appearances in Heartbeat, Yes Minister, and Poldark. He was born on May 28, 1919, and passed away on September 8, 2006, at the age of 87. His death was attributed to natural causes after a long and full life. He is remembered fondly for bringing humor and vitality to every role he played. Joan Sims portrayed Madge Hardcastle in As Time Goes By, 1994 to 2002, first appearing in the role at age 64. Madge is the spirited, much younger wife of Rocky Hardcastle, Lionel's vivacious and slightly rebellious stepmother. With her lively personality and no-nonsense attitude, Madge perfectly complements Rocky's eccentricities. She's strong-willed and practical, often reigning in Rocky's wilder impulses, but with obvious affection. Together, they form a delightfully unconventional older couple, proving that passion and humor don't fade with age. Joan Sims brought warmth, charm, and excellent comedic timing to the role, enhancing the show's intergenerational dynamic. Already a beloved figure in British comedy, thanks to her long-running appearances in the Carry On film series, Sims's presence added gravitas and familiarity to the show. In real life, Joan Sims was born on May 9, 1930. She passed away on June 27, 2001, at the age of 71 due to complications from liver and heart conditions after a long illness. Her passing was mourned widely, as she was one of Britain's most cherished comedic actresses. David Michaels portrayed Harry in As Time Goes By, 1997 to 2005, joining the cast at around age 33. Harry is a kind, steady, and soft-spoken police officer who eventually becomes the love interest and husband of Sandy. His introduction brings a sense of calm and reliability to Sandy's life, as he provides a grounded contrast to some of the more eccentric personalities around him. Though not a major comedic force, Harry's gentle demeanor and quiet charm made him a welcome presence in the series' later seasons. His relationship with Sandy evolves gradually, marked by thoughtful gestures and mutual respect, culminating in a modest yet heartfelt wedding that reflects the show's grounded approach to romance. David Michaels portrayed Harry with sincerity and warmth, contributing depth and stability to the younger generation of characters. In real life, Michaels was born in 1964 and, as of 2025, is still alive at the age of 61. He has worked steadily in British television and theater, including roles in Doctors, Coronation Street, and The Royal. Cheryl Hall portrayed a waitress in As Time Goes By in 1992, taking on a minor role at the age of 42. Though her part was brief, serving Lionel and Jean during one of their early dates, her appearance contributed to the grounded realism of the series' settings. The show often used minor roles like hers to reflect the everyday British social environment, from restaurants to shops and offices. Cheryl Hall's performance, though limited in screen time, added a natural touch to the scene and helped support the series' understated, character-driven humor. Outside of As Time Goes By, Cheryl Hall had a well-established acting career in the UK, best known for her roles in Citizen Smith, The Bill, and Doctor Who. She was also politically active, standing as a Labour Party candidate in the 1990s. Born on July 23, 1950, Hall is still alive as of 2025, currently 74 years old. She has since stepped away from regular screen work, but remains a respected figure in British television history. Moira Fraser portrayed Penny in As Time Goes By, 1993 to 2005, joining the show at age 69. Penny is Jean's sister-in-law, a melodramatic, excitable woman with a flair for overreacting and interrupting. Known for her breathy delivery and high-strung personality, Penny constantly involves herself in others' affairs, often misinterpreting situations to comic effect. Her interactions with Jean, Lionel, and especially her husband Stephen create some of the show's most delightful and chaotic moments. Despite her eccentricity, Penny is ultimately well-meaning, and Moira Fraser brought great comic timing and theatrical energy to the role. Penny's grandiosity and emotional fragility contrasted perfectly with the show's more grounded characters. In real life, Moira Fraser was born on December 3, 1923. She passed away on December 13, 2009, at the age of 86. Though the cause of death was not widely reported, she had retired from acting years earlier. Fraser was a celebrated stage actress and ballerina before turning to television, remembered fondly for her comedic brilliance and expressive performances. Fiona Mollison portrayed Sally Curtis in As Time Goes By in 1994, appearing on the show at age 40. Sally is an elegant and sophisticated woman from Lionel's past, reintroduced into his life as part of a brief subplot involving old romantic connections. Though her appearance is brief, Sally represents a what-if moment for Lionel, just as his rekindled relationship with Jean is beginning to deepen. She is poised, kind, and carries herself with grace, creating a quiet tension in the story as Lionel briefly reflects on his past choices. Fiona Mollison played Sally with refined charm and emotional restraint, creating a believable and dignified presence that respects the emotional boundaries of the main storyline. In real life, Mollison was born on January 9, 1954, and is still alive as of 2025, currently 71 years old. She has appeared in many British series, including A Touch of Frost, Boone, Strangers, and The Bill, maintaining a versatile and elegant screen presence throughout her career. Daniel Ryan portrayed Harry in As Time Goes By in the final season of 2005, taking on the role at age 37. Harry appears as a charming and good-natured police officer who replaces Sandy's original boyfriend, also named Harry, with a similar role but slightly different personality. Introduced during the series' wrap-up phase, this version of Harry brings steady warmth and subtle humor to his relationship with Sandy, eventually leading to their wedding. Though his screen time was limited compared to longer-standing characters, his role was significant in offering closure to Sandy's arc. Daniel Ryan brought natural sincerity and an affable presence to the part, matching the show's gentle tone in its later episodes. In real life, Daniel Ryan was born in 1968 and, as of 2025, is still alive at the age of 57. He has gone on to a successful career in British television and theater, with notable roles in Mount Pleasant, Vera, Innocent, and The Bay. He continues to work actively across multiple genres, balancing drama and comedy with ease. David Oyelowo portrayed Patrick in As Time Goes By in 2005, taking on a brief guest role at age 29. Patrick appears in the final season as part of a younger generation featured in the closing episodes, offering fresh faces and minor dynamics to contrast the long-established core characters. Though his role is brief, Oyelowo's charisma is evident in his performance. His character is polished, respectful, and professional, possibly linked to the publishing world or one of Jean's business affairs, though his scenes are few. Even in limited screen time, David Oyelowo brought strong presence and confidence to the part. In real life, Oyelowo was born on April 1, 1976, and as of 2025, he is 49 years old. He has gone on to have an acclaimed international career, notably portraying Martin Luther King Jr. in Selma, 2014, and appearing in films like The Butler, Interstellar, and Nightingale. He remains one of the most respected British actors working in Hollywood today. Angela Schuyler portrayed Glenys in As Time Goes By in 1996, appearing in the role at age 51. Glenys is an eccentric and overly enthusiastic woman who enters the storyline as a minor but comically disruptive character. Her personality is marked by social awkwardness, overfamiliarity, and an unfiltered sense of humor that clashes with Jean and Lionel's more refined manner. Though she appears in only one episode, Glenys leaves a strong impression due to her offbeat charm and unexpected energy. Angela Schuyler brought a sense of chaotic fun to the role, capturing the essence of a character who unknowingly creates discomfort while meaning well. In real life, Schuyler had a varied acting career, including appearances in Doctor in Trouble, 1970, and as one of the Bond girls in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, 1969. She was born on November 8, 1945, and tragically passed away on April 11, 2011, at the age of 65. Her death was ruled a suicide after a long struggle with depression, alcoholism, and a cancer diagnosis. Her loss was deeply felt by those in the British entertainment community. Barbara Leigh Hunt portrayed the registrar in As Time Goes By in 1995, joining the show at age 59. In a brief but amusing guest role, she plays the no-nonsense official overseeing a marriage registration with a perfect blend of stern formality and British deadpan humor. Her character provides a humorous foil to the nervousness of the marrying couple and their entourage. Barbara Leigh Hunt delivered the role with poise and impeccable comedic timing, elevating what could have been a forgettable part into a moment of dry brilliance. Her extensive career spans both stage and screen, including a standout appearance in Alfred Hitchcock's Frenzy, 1972, and roles in Pride and Prejudice, 1995, The Remains of the Day, 1993, and numerous Royal Shakespeare Company productions. Born on December 14, 1935, she passed away on September 16, 2024, at the age of 88. Her death was due to natural causes, and she is remembered as a respected actress with a commanding presence in both classical and contemporary roles. Timothy Bateson portrayed a security guard in As Time Goes By in 1995, joining the series at the age of 69. In his brief but memorable appearance, Bateson's character embodies the classic overzealous night guard, overly strict, slightly suspicious, yet unintentionally comical. His deadpan delivery and stubborn commitment to protocol create friction with Lionel, resulting in a scene that's both frustrating and funny. Timothy Bateson delivered the role with veteran precision, showing how even a small part can shine with the right comedic sensibility. Bateson was a prolific British character actor with a career that spanned radio, stage, television, and film. His credits include Doctor Who, Labyrinth, 1986, The Italian Job, 1969, and voicing Kreacher the house elf in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, 2007. He was born on April 3, 1926, and passed away on September 15, 2009, at the age of 83. His death was due to natural causes. Bateson is remembered for his rich vocal talent and wide-ranging body of work across genres. Who is your favorite character from As Time Goes By? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.